What do you think is the most important thing for a building? The exterior? Well, it sure is necessary, but the one thing more important than the exterior is a purpose. Welcome to the city of Plume, where in the last video, I created the exterior of this building. But after a few changes off camera, I am ready to start working on the interior, where we will change this building from a hollow shell to a lively office building. So let's get started. One of the main differences of this building from the last video is I added this top floor here. So I added more of these brace frames going up and then this really cool space that will hold the HVAC equipment. So that will be hidden from anyone from this balcony and a lot of other spaces. But if you look at the bottom floor, I already have some plans for what I want to do with this interior. So this bottom floor is going to be a massive gathering space. So we're going to have like a cafeteria or lounge space over here. We're going to have some bike storage in these two areas for anyone biking to work, and we're going to incentivize that a lot. Other than that, we are going to have some meeting spaces and conference rooms here. I'm definitely not just reading off of this, which will have a really nice exit over here to this outdoor space. And then going up to the second floor, we're just going to have some, plain old offices. It's going to be very open. Of course, we're going to have bathrooms, possibly storage space, all that stuff that you'll need in an office building. This floor up here is going to be the same with this one. But then we get to the top floor. The top floor is going to be this one large gathering space. If there are any important clients or meetings that you need to make, you come up here. This will have an amazing view of the city from up here with its outdoor balcony and will be really enticing to spend time in. So now that we've seen the plan, let's start looking inside and figure out what kind of palette we want to use, what kind of desks we want to use, and generally just the layout of how we are going to design this indoor space. So for this reception desk, I kind of wanted to stand out. Well, you of course wanted to stand out. Yeah, so that was difficult. Let's start looking at this open space here. This is going to be the main attraction for the bottom floor. So I'm going to make this counter and the eating spaces around it. So I'm going to grab this tree here. I think it will fit. So I'm going to copy and paste this inside and see how it looks. Copy. It's a little too tall. I'm just going to need to move this down one. And oh God, the beam's missing too. Okay. Everything should be fixed. Yes, now I have a tree in here. And then what I'm going to do is have a garden, like a miniature garden in here going all around this. Add some two-person seating, some lighting, and then we'll be done with this area of the bottom floor. Then we can move to the conference rooms. And this area is finally done. So as we walk in here, you see the garden over here. You have eating spaces on both your left and right. Over here you have the counter. So you walk in on this side here, you have the register here, and then you get to see all of this stuff. Then I also added more of these hanging lights. So I added two more just above the seating. This was a little bit dark before, and then I also have one in the kitchen. But we are done with this space, so let's move over to the conference rooms over here, and then a little bit of a lounge space right here with the bike storage areas. And then something that I've done before for like curtains is use glass panes with a specific trapdoor on it, which I'll show you here. So I'm going to use that style. I'm going to have a walkway here, which will lead to outside. And then I'll show you when I'm done, or if I have any other ideas while I'm building. Now we have another light fixture here, which actually looks really cool, especially when you're at the head of the table here. That's awesome. There you get the whiteboard at the end there, whiteboard on the side. And then that is the meeting rooms done. Forgot that there's glass there. Oops. Then you walk through these meeting rooms when you go in. And then I'm just going to make a quick little lounge space here, which I'll show you when I'm done. Okay, walls fixed. I also add another light there. Let's move upstairs to the actual offices. This is probably the most complex part of this. So let's head upstairs and then we can start working on the fun part. Oh, and actually before that, we need to work on the shear wall. So I'm gonna do that. So for the shear wall, we're gonna have elevators on this side here and then stairways on this side, or at least a stairway up here. So I think it's just gonna be one elevator and then a staircase here. Okay, this elevator is basically just a massive waste of space, but it'll bring this building up to code. So that's, I guess, all that matters. Yeah, so these stairs don't line up. The stair goes here, then it goes up here, and then we're at our entrance. There we go. Okay, and then for this elevator, what we can do since we're on the other floor is just add a second elevator here. So we'll have one elevator going out this way, and then another one that goes out this way. We'll need this side, because up here, we'll need this elevator to go up to this side. And then we can hide the mechanical equipment of this elevator up here, and then this one's slightly higher up, and then that'll actually make a lot more sense and it'll look good. So I'll finish up the shaft and then show you what I'm talking about. Although the staircase is probably the biggest safety risk in this building, it turned out pretty good. So what I meant by the elevators at the top here is this elevator ends here, and then its mechanical stuff will be here, hidden, as well as this HVAC equipment. Then the other one, since it doesn't go up to this floor, you can have a room here where you can work with all the mechanical equipment. So that saves a bunch of space since that this shaft was already here. But now we got to start working on this first interior. So there's going to be 3 different interiors I'm going to need to make. This one, because it's staggered back, the one above, which can be copied, I believe, 2 more times, actually only 1 more time, and then this one up here. So we'll need to make those 3 different interiors. Yep, like I said, that drops off. And then we can call it done after we finish the roof though. Oh, there's another wandering trader. Okay, so these guys pop up a lot actually. Don't mind me. Sorry guys. And this floor is finally done. So I'll show you around a little bit. So you have the elevators here on either side. The main entrance is on this side. So you walk in, you have this large open space just full of offices and desks, just that's it. And then if we quickly come over here, you kind of have this lounge space over here with bathrooms in here. Some more, you have like a kitchenette here, dining space here, and then your meeting rooms on the side. Then you have a, like I said, ping pong table here, and then just areas with file cabinets, and then that's it. It's gonna be, the next floor is gonna be very similar to this. It's just gonna be a little bit larger, because if you go up, you can see there's a little bit of a gap between these 2 floors. But on the next floor, we have a lot more space. So I'm gonna start working on this floor, and then I'll come back to you when I am done. It is finally done, and now that I've done this, we can copy it up, which I am so thankful for. So I am going to quickly copy this up and then show you around. Bam, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna clean up the sides because there's still, because I copied this up, there's a bunch of these little points here that stick out, so I'm gonna fix that up. So now let's work on the final floor, which will be the easiest floor, because this, as you can see from the notes here, is just a conference hall or like a large gathering space for big clients. So this one should be very open. It's going to be like a large lounge. There's going to be some meeting rooms and stuff like that. And then I'll add some decorations on the balcony, just some spaces to sit. And then we will be done with the interior, because we still need to do the HVAC equipment on top. So for a quick plan, I'm thinking of having the kitchen on this side and then a bunch of seating on this side. There's so much sunlight coming through here in the morning that this will be nice, and a little bit of sun in the afternoon for this kitchen. And then in the area will be basically just a massive lounge. That's my goal. So kitchen here, lounge here, seating here. Okay, I'd say the inside is done. I don't really want any or too many hanging lights here, so I think that this is what I'm going to stay with. So for the patio, we have this huge open area. So I'm thinking some seats like this, maybe like mini fridge outside would be nice. So there isn't much outside. I added some more green roof here, and then there's just some couches here with some tables, and then another table over here. But now that we're done this, I am going to start on the HVAC equipment. So the nice thing about what I'm using here is that I can use prismarine blocks and rails. So rails, if you put them in a 2x2 square, look like this, which is perfect. So I'm gonna add, so for this elevator, you kind of just have to add a box like this above it. And then we can add a second piece here. And then I usually use this fence, or sorry, this fence and this fence to make connections because they look like that, which is perfect for piping and other stuff like that. Okay, there you go. And that's pretty much your HVAC. It doesn't have to be too complex. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. If you want to, you can add just some like boxes here that connect to something like this that goes into the ground. Just add some differences in height, and then there you go. You have your HVAC. So I'm pretty sure that this building is done. So let's go take a look around. So the entrance, very large entrance here, you have your reception. You can either eat here, or you can have like a meeting space here. Once you've done that, you can go to a lounge space, or you can go up using the elevator or the stairs. And then you have your first floor of desks and offices. So we have on this side a little kitchen, seating area, more of these rooms, which I don't know why I keep forgetting to do that. So you have your meeting rooms here. Ooh, I used the wrong thing. Meeting rooms here. And then you have just desks. So if you're working here, you have a nice view. I'll go to the corner desk because that is always the best desk. Best desk. You have a view of the apartment building there, the mall over there. And then if we go back up the stairs, we can either use the elevator, but of course that is a roof. We go up to the 3rd floor, which is more offices, but larger than the 2nd floor. You still have your meeting rooms here. Then you have some like quiet space here, a larger kitchen, which is nice with a very nice view outside. And over here we have, you know, more desks and a little lounge. And then of course you have bathrooms, you need bathrooms. Then if we go up one more floor, we have the exact same floors below, just a little bit different here. And then finally the top floor, which is kind of like a meeting space or a large hall, you could call it. I don't know exactly, but you have space where you can hire professional chefs to cook for you, for all these people. You have a lounge, you have indoor seating, you have kind of an outdoor lounge here with, of course, a mini fridge. You have a bunch of green roof elements, and then you have one more table. Then on top, you also have the mechanical room for this elevator. Above that, another mechanical box for this elevator, and then all your HVAC equipment. And that is it. This building is finally done. You can see it from the outside here. That looks amazing. I'd honestly love to work here. But next video, we are going to work with this building. So I will see you when we do that. Bye.